Even though somehow more of the talk in the East always seems to be about, hey, the Celtics work together, what's going on with Philly and anyone else, the Pacers, they've been dominant, 12-2 in their last 14 games. Look at the point differential. Look at the way that they've played in the paint. You've seen the growth of Sabonis. We've seen Oladipo continue, and Nate McMillan has done a heck of a job.
Who is that masked man?
Well, I'll tell you what, mask off, superhero still. Zach LaVine doing a little bit of everything. Three-pointer here.
Pride of Seattle.
Step back. Creates a little space. He had 17 points in the quarter, most career points, Jet, in any quarter for LaVine.
He gets it. He gets it. Whether he's a point guard or a shooting guard, who knows? He's a hell of a basketball player.
That works.
Yep.
Works. Speaking of which, going to work, Vic. Oladipo, left-handed.
Everything except the jet right there.
First Indiana leader of the night here, coast to coast for Oladipo. Back and forth, lead 3 and a pull-up 3 for Victor.
At least the Bulls were competitive tonight. You know.
They were. And a big reason why, right here, this guy again. Watch LaVine. Confident. The 3. He's pumped. Bogdanovich at the line after being fouled. Puts up the first, but it's no good. Second one, trying to make it a 3-point game. And does. 105-102. Ensuing Bulls possession, LaVine again over Oladipo.
Oh, hot player.
Man. Other way, Pacers trying to get something done here. And Oladipo will try and get a shot off, Griff. Not able to do it. 31 for LaVine, going overtime.
Done a really solid game defensively. 17 assists tonight.
Did you say done? Segue.
Bada boom!
16 points, 17 assists. They said he could just play defense, remember?
You know what? I liked him in Minnesota as well. He didn't get a fair opportunity.
Never got to play.
Yeah, but he's going to play well for Chicago.
All right. Miles Turner buries a 3. Great game. Did you say 3? Where did this guy play, Jet? Remind me, marketing?
Bear down, Arizona.
One of the many flying
Never need to hear
fins
that again.
from Arizona.
17 is a Finland fight song. We get to that next. 27 in the game from Parkinen. Final seconds of OT. Oladipo. The bank is open.
And this isn't even bad defense, Jeff.
You bank in a game winner, you just got to take it with you. But right here, this is what I wanted to see.
LaVine, the spin. Take a look. Did he get it up in time? Watch the clock.
And is he out of bounds?
Yeah, let's, I thought we were just.
But this kid, Jet, you said it earlier, this kid is a shot maker, and he loves to hoop. If you're the Bulls, it's interesting they're playing Indiana tonight because you're talking about a team in the Pacers whose best player, Victor Oladipo, is their hardest worker. Zach LaVine is that for Chicago, and that's a really critical building block.
Definitely a kid to build around, and he wants to be great. Real
quick, by the way, Butler talked today for other reasons. Look at the top 3 on the Bulls board. 31 LaVine, 27 Marketing, 16 Dunn. Where'd they get them all? I mean, that worked out pretty well.
That was a pretty decent trade.
That's a good trade
Mr.
for
Foreman,
GM.
Mr. Paxson.
Right? Also pretty good locking down Victor Oladipo, who has been brilliant yet again this season. Big shots, win by 3 over Chicago. All right, big win for the Pacers and a trade. Now, remember, the last time Griffin and I were together breaking down a deal, there was a Brooks and it was the wrong Brooks. This is the right Holiday. This is a deal. Now, Griff and I sat down with 2 of them when Aaron, the youngest one, was drafted. They got the right one. Right?
I bet Drew Holiday, which is Justin Holiday, had gone to the Pelicans.
Right.
This is one of those deals, and the reason I wanted to make sure that we put it up there, what's meaningful about this trade is that it does a couple things. One, it sort of sets the market for what guys with expiring contracts that are going to be two-way players for you that may or may not move the needle are going to fetch. So Justin Holiday is a player that I was really fond of. We talked about it last week, that he was somebody that's going to be a trade target because he's a two-way player. He can make threes. He's athletic enough. He's versatile enough defensively, and he's about all the right stuff. So Memphis making a play for him is not terribly surprising, but it feels to me like they beat some contenders that needed Justin and would have benefited from him even more. So what's critical here is Memphis gets to take a chance now between now and the deadline to be a playoff team, to put themselves in contention. And if they can't, they can move Justin again. And there's so few clear sellers right now on the market that making a move like this now, probably a good move on Memphis's part and a very good trade for Chicago to yield the 2 second-round picks.
Yeah, the reason we see Holiday, you can make a deal, test it, and then try again. By the way, Holiday found himself watching the Grizzlies, so he was assessing and evaluating his teammates. There he is.
Did he break up the fight, or was he there yet? Did he make it in time?
Don't think he was in time. A little late.
Okay.
Well,
he's good for the locker room, I know that.
Late to the party. By the way, as far as the Grizzlies are concerned, Conley and Gasol.
Oh, man.
Seeing Mike healthy, Jet, and then Gasol the way they've played, I don't think anybody really thought they'd play at this high level together again, right?
I did, because the last 5 or 6 years they have had the best two-man game in basketball. They do it in a numerous amount of ways. You either go pick and roll, they go dribble handoff. They just play so well together. And so I'd hate to see them break those two up. But they got a big decision to make here this year if it doesn't work out.
A lot of growth from D'Angelo Russell. Saw some of it there. He had 16 and a half. Kyle Anderson, 11, 10 assists. Triple-double first in his career. Jarrett Allen with the sky dunk. Lead one for Brooklyn, then DeMarre Carroll. Just like he planned it. Made the free throw. Lead 6. More from Russell. He should be proud of himself for the work that he's put in, especially right back-to-back from the injury, what Russell's done since he moved on to Brooklyn.
Yeah, and Kenny Atkinson's done a marvelous job with him as well. He's worked him into situations where they can mask the fact that he's not tremendous defensively. He's actually been better defensively than even Dinwiddie, who's considered a defensive player. But Kenny's done a great job with his rotations and gotten the most out of D'Angelo for sure.
Jaren Jackson Jr. down low there. He's 19. He had 19 points. Joe Harris, trade target, 18 points, 4 assists. Are you going to sing everything that you said?
I could.
Like the singing Griffin.
When you got a voice like this, you don't hide it. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's something I'm sure your better half says to me, but I don't anyway. Brooklyn 9-point win over Memphis. 2 under the 500 mark, but remember, no Karis LeVert and still playing the way that they have. No me, but still under the rim will go on. And, Kemba Walker, big part of it again.
Brody and...
Jatolotro. How was that? Don't look at me like that. You try it.
I'm not doing that.
I think if I guessed it, I would have guessed Jatolotro. The J would have confused me too.
I stay in my lane.
Maybe I should have done the same thing.
They didn't offer that class at Carolina.
Shut
up, Smitty. Shut up. Don't say anything.
Set himself up with that one.
Don't say anything.
Carolina Academics. Oh, boy.
Yeah, I went to class. Might have been optional, but I went.
Once. All right, well, over the break. I knew you were going to try it.
That's the classes y'all
I'm too
took.
competitive not to.
You know what, man?
Hey,
I can't believe
you set yourself up with.
Hey, people in glass houses, I'm not even talking about Michigan State's problems right now.
We're going to get you to say it before the show.
No, you're really not. I was watching that segment like, is this going to be over anytime soon?
I thought you were practicing during
No, I wasn't.
Well, during that lovely segment and over the course of today, we were talking about the young players that have had breakout seasons that have been really fun to watch. So, Smitty, we'll start with you. I know you guys have picked a couple each. Who's impressed you the most?
For me, let's start off with Sabonis, Domantas Sabonis in Indiana. And what I love about him, Brendan, is what he's doing off the bench. You haven't heard him complain at all. And another thing for me is you look at his stats, and usually you see the improvement because of minutes, more minutes played. He's averaging the same amount of minutes, but he's went from 52% in two-point shots to 62, 7.7 rebounds to 9.5, and also 11.6 to 14.6 in only one start, and playing basically the same amount of minutes. Brendan, he's been phenomenal to me, and I love what he's done. He's brought the toughness, and he's also pushed Miles Turner and has not complained because he could be starting the numbers he's putting up.
He's so reliable in the paint. 78% of his shots within 10 feet of the hoop, and he's shooting 70% true shooting percentage. So he's reliable, he's efficient, he's tough, he brings physicality. And I love what you said about Miles Turner because last year he so underperformed, and this year all eyes were on him, and he's finally playing up to his potential.
Yeah, and I think Sabonis is pushing him, and he's done a good job. But next for me is Buddy Hield. Buddy has done a nice job. I watched Buddy when he first came into college at Oklahoma. I'm looking at OKC.
Oklahoma, yeah.
He was a defender at the wing and could shoot threes. And then he got better and better and became an offensive player his senior year, which was fantastic. Struggled a little bit when he first got into the league. I thought he was trying to do too much. And now he is in rhythm because he's worked on creating shots. He's also worked on taking good shots. And you can see the numbers right there. For me, I have a guy right now shooting 20, averaging 20 points, and also 43 from three, and also 47%. The young guy is taking good shots and knocking down shots, and he's able to create a couple of opportunities for himself off the dribble. He really couldn't do that in college.
What do you think led to the big transition from last year to this year? Because he's only failed to reach double figures twice this season. Last year, that number was 20, and it seems that every year he's been with Sacramento, he's really developing into the role there.
You know, I think he worked, and I think he understood. He has to watch. He watched a lot of film because he's taking good shots. He's pump faking. He's getting better looks, and also sometimes it helps to have a guy like a guy he's going to talk about later in De'Aaron Fox, who's getting him those easy shots, and that helps sometimes as a two guard. As a basketball player, you need your teammates, and I think his teammate is setting him up with extremely
Like how you
well.
did that in the business, they call that a segue. I'm
Yeah,
learning a lot
go.
from you. See, I told you I went to class.
Yeah, you did.
Now listen, we're going to talk about his backcourt, mate. We're talking about De'Aaron Fox, and De'Aaron Fox is one of the true budding young stars we have in this league. I actually think this young backcourt, we might be talking about them being the best backcourt in the league in a couple of years. We got to get those guys in Golden State time to slow down. But when you look at De'Aaron Fox, the biggest thing that stands out for me is he has improved his shot-making ability from the mid-range, and he has also improved his three-point shot. As a rookie, he shot 30% from three. This year, he shoots 38% from the three-point line. And what that does is it forces teams to play him differently in the screen and roll. And he is such a dynamic athlete. If you don't go under the screen and roll, if you have to give him attention where another big has to switch out and try to guard him, it's not fair. He has next level speed, agility, and quickness, and he has those athletic finishes at the rim. So the fact that De'Aaron Fox went to the lab this summer, realized he had a weakness in his jump shot, addressed that's allowed him to shoot 47% from the floor, 38% from three, and now that teams have to guard him a lot differently, his assists have gone all the way up from I think about 5.5 to about 7.5 to 8. Those are big-time numbers. Those are big-time jumps, and I love what De'Aaron Fox brings to this team. That backcourt is something special in Sacramento.
Well, he has the speed and the quickness and the size to be elite defensively as a point guard too, right? I mean, I can see him, if he really works at it in the next couple of years, being considered one of the elite.
And he wants to
defenders.
compete. You know, that's the one thing on the defensive end. You gotta want to compete.
Right.
You gotta want to go at guys, and he has that. And I think he's done a nice job now in his second year on that end as well.
Where's the segue into Brendan's second option?
I don't think he has one. But my second option.
He has hair, and you don't.
Hey, this guy has a lot of hair.
Always a good go-to.
Well, wait a minute, Allie. Hold on. I just basically
You can borrow some of this.
Allie, I just basically met you. You just came on set. Me and Smitty keep joking. We've been going about this for a long time.
Oh, I gotta earn
You can't
it.
go on my bald head like that.
earn it.
Hey,
Next
rookie,
time.
you can't do that.
Rookie, there you go.
I'm just messing. But this
GameTime
next
rookie.
guy has plenty of game. He has plenty of hair. He has plenty of athleticism. We're talking about Jared Allen. He has improved his game, especially from a defensive rebounding standpoint. His rebounds have gone up from last year, 5.4, this year, 8.2. He's excellent at screening and rolling and being that new school big. He is a guy that is a dynamic roller, which means he sets great screens, rolls to the basket, and then he can also do that. He is not afraid to get dunked on. He will give you a presence at both ends, whether it's dunking, blocking shots, and he has some of the best blocks this year. Blocks against Blake, LeBron James, Anthony Davis. It doesn't matter. If you come down the lane, you know that his presence is there. And he only averages 1.4 blocks. But when I watch him play, his presence is bigger than that because he changes a lot of shots. A lot of times guards come in and they have to throw that floater just a little bit higher when they see Jared Allen rotating. So I like Jared Allen. I love how he has improved his game. 11 points, 8 rebounds. He stays within himself, doesn't do too much, but he's very good at what he does.
It's been so long, guys, since we've had Jimmy Butler drama. It feels like it was every single day when he was in Minnesota, and now that he's been with the 76ers, we haven't heard it. Oh, wait, there was more Jimmy Butler drama. We're going to talk Jimmy Butler right after the break.
Hey, Jimmy Butler out there acting like Antonio Brown.